So if you want to improve your iron play, the first thing we need to organise is the club face in a better position going back, and how that's going to help us achieve a little bit more of an easier contact coming into the downswing. So don't get that club face really open, where you can see the knuckles on my left hand pointing back towards my body line too early. What when you do from there, if you can see the club face is straight up towards the sky in an open position. Back, if you get the club face too open, your right palm goes skyward too early. Simple feeling as you work the back, try and keep your right palm more orientated towards the ground. Your right palm down the shaft of the golf club, swing it back. The main feeling here is we're trying to get the club face a little bit more squarer to closed. So feeling from here, try and get right palm to point down towards the ground a little bit earlier in the backswing. You can see from there, if I go right palm towards the sky, the face opens. Same feeling, right palm more down towards the ground. That's a great feeling to allow this club face to get a little bit more closed. Obviously that'll look significantly closed there. We're trying to improve the mechanics of your right hand, so don't get your right hand too much towards the sky. Learn how to work the club back and get your right palm more towards the ground. As you can see from there, that's going to get the club face a little bit more turned down. The top of the backswing, feel like your left wrist faces the sky a little bit earlier. If I get really cuppy, the knuckles on my left wrist get closer to the wrist joint. So feel like you're just trying to make a fist with your left hand where the knuckles get further away from the wrist angle, so there's a bigger gap between your left wrist and your knuckles. And then from there, the feeling of back of the left wrist towards the sky. The club face is still open where you get really cuppy, where the club face gets open. The feeling is just allow this left wrist to flatten out. If you're still struggling with the club face being too open, try and get the back of the left wrist towards the sky, so knuckles towards the sky. That's a kind of good both feeling. It's going to orientate the face in a little bit more closed position. As you come down into impact, just gives us the best possible chance to add a little bit more lean in the shaft, and it'll help us create ball turf contact. So remember, get the face in order to start off with. Don't get the club face open too early where the grooves point towards the sky, and then you create this cupping in the left wrist. If you're this golfer, simple drill, put your right hand down the shaft, swing it back if open the face. You'll get instantaneous feedback as your right palm faces the sky. Hang your right palm to face the ground a little bit earlier. This is just an exaggerated feeling to try and orientate the face a little bit more in a squarer position to slightly close. Then as you connect your right hand to the golf club, swing it to the top. Feeling from here, don't let the left wrist get too cuppy where the knuckles point closer to the wrist joint. From here, just flatten that out slightly, so the feeling is, as we get to the top, try and create a fist with your left hand. As you can see from there, the club face is going to be in a little bit more closed position. But that's just going to organise everything coming into impact. As soon as I get really cuppy at the top, I have to throw the club head, or cast the club head, away from my body to try and close that face. So everything's connected. What we do before impact has a big bearing on the impact conditions. So work the club back, right palm more towards the sky, get to the top of the backswing, allow this left wrist to flatten off. If the left wrist is still a little bit flat, but you feel like the face is still open, exaggerate it a little bit more. Get the back of the left wrist to point towards the sky. So get to the top, feel like create a fist with your left hand. Then as you come back down into impact, just allow our weight to transfer a little bit more onto the left foot, and then that's going to enable the shaft to lean a little bit more ahead of where the club head is, and it's going to enable us to create ball turf contact.